Why did Sydney Sweeney's presence crush Kim Kardashian's self-esteem? There are 3 surprising truths behind it. First, Kim Kardashian felt ignored at Jeff Bezos and Sánchez's lavish wedding. At the event, Tom Brady interacted frequently with Sydney Sweeney, while Kim didn't seem to receive the same level of attention. Second, Kim had high hopes for her reunion with Tom Brady. She had openly expressed her fondness for him and was hoping for more interaction with him at the wedding. Sydney Sweeney's looks and charm triggered Kim's self-doubt. Even though Kim still maintains an impressive figure and appearance, as she ages and has 4 children, she started to worry about whether she could still compete with younger, unmarried stars, especially at a wedding like this.
So apparently Kim Kardashian caused an entire scene at Jeff Bezos' wedding, and the reason? Tom Brady couldn't stop staring at Sydney Sweeney. Yep, her. And just like that, Kim's back in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. The internet's eating it up, and instead of taking a step back, Kim's out here scrambling, rewriting the narrative like her whole brand depends on it. Because honestly, it kind of does. That awkward Tom Brady moment still has people talking. Imagine this, Bezos and Sánchez throw the wedding of the century, and instead of being the star, Kim ends up being the punchline. No joke, folks say Sydney was actually laughing while Tom showered her with attention, and Kim, she was fuming. Word is, she almost killed the whole vibe. But here's the plot twist out of nowhere. Kim drops this new Skims surgical mask like, it's the next big beauty innovation, but let's be real. It's a $50 face wrap you could grab at CVS for $3.99 or off. Amazon for $8. This ain't revolutionary skincare. It's straight-up Kardashian distraction tactics. Every single time the internet roasts her, she drops some weird new product to flip the narrative. Remember the nipple bra? That popped up right when she was getting dragged online, and poof, everyone forgot the drama. Now she's doing it again, only this time it's with a creepy, mummy-style face mask. She launched it in just 2 colors, tan and brown. And honestly, it looks like fabric scraps stitched together from a warehouse floor. Like, who asked for this? But truth is, the product's not the point. The real story is what she's hiding. A major public L, and the shade is coming straight from Tom Brady, aka Mr. Karma, in a tux.
Kim Kardashian allegedly had a meltdown at Jeff Bezos' wedding because Tom Brady was giving attention to none other than Sydney Sweeney. Sources are saying that she was upset about the amount of attention that Sydney Sweeney was getting, hoping to get some for herself. Back in 2023, Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian were linked together, reportedly dating. However, at the Bezos' $40 million wedding, Sydney and Tom were seen dancing together up until 2 a.m. But it wasn't just Tom Brady giving her all of the attention. No, Orlando Bloom was too. Now, Orlando Bloom and Kim Kardashian have also recently sparked dating rumors. Before Orlando and Katy Perry announced their split, we saw those viral pictures going around of Orlando glancing at what looks like Kim Kardashian's butt. Then Orlando showed up to the Bezos wedding without Katy Perry after they announced their split. And there are multiple pictures of him chatting it up with Kim Kardashian and her family.
Kim Kardashian just hijacked the drama headlines again, and this time it's messier than ever. Picture this, Jeff Bezos throws the most over-the-top wedding bash with Sánchez. And instead of being the glam queen of the night, Kim ends up the punchline, and the reason? Tom Brady couldn't take his eyes off Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, her word on the street? Kim went into full meltdown mode. We're talking ego bruised, pride shattered, and cameras catching it all. She was banking on this event to be a flex. But instead, people claimed Sydney was literally laughing while Tom gave her all the attention, and Kim? Ignored like background decor. Now, in true Kardashian fashion, guess what happens next? Boom. A $50 revolutionary Skims surgical mask drops out of nowhere. But let's be real, it's giving CVS aisle. This ain't skincare. This is Kim hitting panic mode. Classic PR misdirection, we've seen this play before. Remember the nipple bra launch when she was getting dragged online? Boom, product drop. Internet distraction, scandal dodged. But this new mask? It looks like someone stitched together mummy scraps. Who asked for this? No one. Because the real story isn't the mask, it's the embarrassment she's trying to cover up, behind the scenes. Kim's spiraling, and it's not just about Tom. It's Sydney Sweeney stealing everything Kim thought was hers. And get this, Kim was allegedly trying to lock down the Ariana Barbie role. Be serious, that was never hers to begin with. Sydney's younger, hotter, and the industry's new darling. Meanwhile, Kim still got Kanye drama hanging off her name like designer. Baggage.now, the Tom stuff? Oh, it runs deeper. Sources say Kim was really into him, not just flirty energy, but like full-on, this could be a power couple mode. But Tom? He allegedly hit her with the coldest line ever. Don't hold my hand in public. Brr, that's not a situationship, it's PR fantasy gone wrong, and it all came crashing down at Bezos' wedding. Insiders say Kim felt invisible. Tom's eyes locked on Sydney the entire night. Kim walked out mad, sad, and furious. But wait, it gets worse. Bezos reportedly just dropped $1 billion investment into a rival lingerie brand. Guess whose? Link to it? Sydney, Kim spent years cozying up to Jeff and Lauren Sánchez, trying to secure that exact kind of bag for Skims, and he gave it to the competition. Savage. What Jeff just did to Kim. That's textbook Amazon study your brand, copy your style, and outfund you, and let's not pretend Kim's above that game either. People have been clocking Skims for a minute, saying every time a small indie brand goes viral, suddenly Skims drops a near identical version. So yeah, this ain't just karma, it's the tables turning. Multiple outlets have already confirmed Kim felt totally iced out at that Bezos wedding. And now the world's watching her fumble the bag in real time, while the cameras were locked in on Tom Brady cozying up to Sydney Kim. She was low-key heartbroken, and it wasn't just a bad night. Sources say she's been catching feelings for Tom for months. So seeing him vibing with Sydney? That wrecked her. Especially since Kim's been flying solo for a while, no real love story, just juggling the never-ending chaos Kanye left in his wake. Yeah, she signed up for it. But it's still heavy. Now, here's where it really gets brutal. Tom Brady wasn't even subtle. He was shining at that Venice wedding working the room, laughing, sipping, and clearly making moves on Sydney. It looked like a damn rom-com scene, but for Kim, it was nightmare fuel. She came hoping for her red carpet fairy tale and got a cold dose of reality. Even worse? The next headline wasn't Kim and Tom, it was Tom and Sofia Vergara on a date. A-list. Iconic, stunning. So yeah, Kim just watched Tom skip over her twice, once for a rising Gen Z star, then again for a Hollywood legend, and now? She's not even in the frame. Let's be real, this ain't just a messy little love triangle anymore, it's a whole celebrity maze. And the messiest part? People close to the situation are saying Tom Brady is embarrassed to be seen with Kim in public. Like, yeah, he's cool with secret dinners and quiet convos behind dated mansion walls. But hand in hand in front of paparazzi? That's a hard pass. And allegedly, he told her flat out, don't hold my hand in public. Cold. Meanwhile, Tom's out here giving real estate advice in a marble kitchen, but won't share a sidewalk with Kim. And then came the roast. Yeah, that roast. Kim showed up thinking she'd be treated like a queen, but instead the crowd hit her with ho-ho jokes like it was open season. And Tom? He stood there laughing, didn't blink, didn't defend her, and Kim? She was so pissed, she made sure those parts got cut from the replays. That wasn't just petty, it was public disrespect. And back to the Bezos. Wedding insiders say Kim walked in thinking she was about to secure Tom. In her mind, this was the night. But Tom spent the whole event locked in on Sydney, barely even. Glanced at Kim, where does she left feeling invisible? Like she wasn't even in the room. That hit different. It wasn't just embarrassment, it was heartbreak. And while Kim faded into the background, Tom was out here glowing up like he never missed a beat. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, Tom's out here living his best bachelor life. First, he's yachting around Ibiza with Dakota Johnson and Kate Hudson, then chilling with model Brooke Snyder, now cozying up to Sofia Vergara and Sydney Sweeney. Like, how many women is this man juggling at once? Meanwhile, Kim's over here holding onto crumbs. She really believes something real was building with Tom, but now? It's looking like she was just another name on his long list of flings. And here's the brutal part, she's not even on his radar anymore. That's what's tearing her up, because the truth she never thought she'd face is happening. Kim's being replaced. Yeah, that word stings. Replaced, not rebranded. Not reintroduced. Replaced. And insiders say it's hitting her hard. Being single this long has started to shake her confidence. And while she still serves flawless looks on Instagram, real talk, she's in her 40s, raising 4 kids in Hollywood. It don't slow down for anyone. People used to blame everything on Kanye. All her PR flops, brand fumbles, his fault. But now, that excuse is expired. Kanye's off doing whatever, and the chaos doesn't automatically land at our feet anymore. That chapter is closed, but the pressure's still on because Kim's fading IT girl status? It's not just hurting her ego, it's putting the entire Kardashian media machine at risk. And if she doesn't make a move soon, that empire might start crumbling from the top. And here's where things really start to unravel. Kim's fading IT girl status? It's not just personal, it's business. We're talking about the entire Kardashian media empire, the brand, the legacy, the billions in branding deals. And at the center of it all, Kris Jenner. The mastermind, the matriarch. The woman who turns every scandal into a storyline and every downfall into a dollar sign. For years, Kris kept the narrative tight controlled, curated, perfectly timed. But even Kris can't stop what's happening now. Because no matter how many bots flood, Kim's posts with Queen and Legend and 10 fire emojis, the shine is slipping. The engagement is down. The attention is scattered. The public's distracted. And Kim feels it. She scrolls through her feed, sees the comments, but deep down, she knows which ones are real and which are bot. That's right. Insiders say a chunk of that fan love is paid engagement, PR spin, inflated hype. And the truth? Kim's numbers aren't looking great behind the scenes. Now even her own sisters can feel the shift. That competitive energy is bubbling. And while Kim's still swinging for the spotlight is starting to swing past her. And when you've built your identity on attention, being ignored, that's the real heartbreak. And Kim's feeling it. Loud and clear. Because Hollywood's not just clapping for the next IT girl, it's walking right past the old one. Now, here's where it gets even colder. Kim knows exactly what's real and what's smoke and mirrors. She's got backend access to the analytics, the metrics, the engagement reports. She can see when something is popping organically, and when it's been pumped up with filters, bots, or paid promo. And lately, it's not looking good. The numbers are soft. The reactions feel staged, and that's what's really keeping her up at night. Not the memes, not the shade, the silence. The fact that she might be losing her grip and not even her glam can cover that. And while, yes, Kim's always been obsessed with her appearance, this hits deeper than another BBL rumor. This is about relevance. But since we're on the topic of looks, someone better slide her Lindsay Lohan surgeon's number, because insiders are saying one more tweak and it's giving a whole new face. Now here's the thing, those elite Hollywood circles she craves, they see through it. They know what's organic and what's been artificially juiced. And behind the velvet ropes, the whispers have started. Kim had her moment. She's not the main character anymore. She walks into a room, and it doesn't stop like it used to. And that's worse than any headline, because once the room stops looking, it's already moved on. Let's not forget Kim really had high hopes for this whole Tom Brady fantasy. And honestly, on paper it made sense. Both divorced, both parents, both iconic in their lanes. It could have been a headline-making power couple. She believed it. Convinced herself it was real. Even shrugged off Tom's thing for Sweeney like, whatever, she's half my age. But then, boom, Tom steps out with Sofia Vergara. Older than Kim, drop-dead stunning, effortless, commanding. That's when it hit hard. The panic, the comparison, the spiral. Suddenly Kim's asking herself, what's wrong with me? Why not me? Because it's not just about Tom. It's about what he represents: youth, relevance, choice. And for the first time, Kim's realizing, maybe she's not the first choice anymore. She's catching on now. People might call her for those late-night brand strategy talks, but breakfast dates? Paparazzi walks in daylight? Crickets. All those. Kim plus Tom headlines? Gone. The vibe? Cold. And while Kim was holding on to fantasy crumbs, Tom was out here chasing rom-com scenes in Venice with Sweeney and Orlando Bloom, strolling, laughing, living. And Kim? She wasn't even in the frame. So yeah, that dream she had about being Hollywood's queenpin again? It's evaporating. And the real heartbreak? It's not private anymore. It's playing out center stage, with Kim watching herself fade from the narrative she used to control. Let's not forget Kim really had high hopes for this whole Tom Brady fantasy. And honestly, On paper, it made sense. Both divorced, both parents, both iconic in their lanes. It could have been a headline-making power couple. She believed it. Convinced herself it was real. Even shrugged off Tom's thing for Sydney Sweeney like, whatever, she's half my age. But then, boom, Tom steps out with Sofia Vergara. Older than Kim, drop-dead stunning, effortless, commanding. That's when it hit hard. The panic. The comparison. The spiral. Suddenly Kim's asking herself, what's wrong with me? Why not me? Because it's not just about Tom, it's about what he represents: youth, relevance, choice. And for the first time, Kim's realizing maybe she's not the first choice anymore. She's catching on now. People might call her for those late-night brand strategy talks. But breakfast dates? Paparazzi walks in daylight? Crickets. All those Kim plus Tom headlines gone. The vibe? Cold. And while Kim was holding on to fantasy crumbs, Tom was out here chasing rom-com scenes in Venice with Sydney Sweeney and Orlando Bloom, strolling, laughing, living. And Kim? She wasn't even in the frame. So yeah, that dream she had about being Hollywood's queenpin again. It's evaporating. And the real heartbreak? It's not private anymore. It's playing out center stage with Kim watching herself fade from the narrative she used to control. But hold up, it gets even messier. Because now insiders are saying Kim's not just mad about Tom and Sydney. She's obsessed with how fast she's being replaced in every room she used to own. Fashion weeks? Sydney's front row. Brand deals? They're skipping Kim and cutting straight to Gen Z. Even her inner circle. It's shifting. Some of Kim's so-called friends are suddenly all smiles with Sydney and Sofia Vergara, posting selfies like Kim never existed. And you already know Kim sees everything. Nothing slides past her. Nothing word as she's been unfollowing people, cutting ties, calling PR in the middle of the night, asking, how do we flip this? Because this isn't just about a guy. It's about relevance, power, being that girl. And right now, she's watching it slip. But here's the kicker: Kim's planning a full-blown comeback. Like, not just a product drop or a thirst trap. We're talking new man, new face, new story arc. A media reset so bold it'll erase the embarrassment of that Bezos wedding in one headline. And who's she targeting for the rebrand? A-list athletes, Billboard rappers, even a couple billionaires. No one's linked her to ... yet. Because Kim Kardashian doesn't go out quietly. If she has to torch her old image just to rebuild a shinier one, she will. She's done it before. And if this industry has taught her anything, it's that control is everything. And right now, she's coming for it back. But here's where it really starts heating up. Because that new era Kim's plotting, it's not just about landing a man or pushing some overpriced skincare drop. She's reportedly assembling a whole new machine behind the scenes. We're talking stylists, PR sharks, even top-tier Hollywood fixers. It's a quiet storm. Kim wants a total reset. Wipe the slate clean, burn the Bezos wedding from the timeline, bury the Tom Brady saga, start fresh, solo, and get this word. She's working on a new show, not another Kardashian group project. This one's all Kim, raw, edgy, rebuilding the brand from scratch. No sisters, no distractions. Just her comeback, front and center. But of course, the family dramas bubbling behind the curtain. Sources say Khloe and Kourtney aren't thrilled. There's whispers Kim's trying to distance herself from the Kardashian name, entirely go full one-woman empire mode. Even Kris Jenner, the puppet master herself, is scrambling to hold the brand together. But Kim, she's not waiting for permission. She's clocked how fast Hollywood moves now. One viral moment can launch you or cancel you. And Kim's not trying to be a forgotten meme. She wants back on top, and she's willing to do whatever it takes. So while fans obsess over Sydney Sweeney's glow up and Sofia Vergara's effortless slay ... Kim's out here moving pieces in silence. And when that new era drops, it won't be about who replaced Kim. It'll be about how Kim took her throne back by force. Neither Tom nor Sydney has said a single word about the dating rumors. But honestly, they don't have to. Those viral Venice pics did all the talking. Tom all up in Sydney's space, leaning in like he thought he had a real shot. And Sydney? She kept it cute, but let's be clear, she wasn't checking for him. Like that word on the street as she gave him the classic thanks but no thanks energy. Real polite, real quick, real done. So now picture this: Kim Kardashian has been holding out for months thinking something might bloom with Tom Brady. She was waiting on crumbs, literally clinging to the smallest signs, hoping for that perfect paparazzi shot to change the narrative. Meanwhile, Tom's out here getting curved by a girl half Kim's age who didn't even flinch. Reportedly looked at him like, "Okay, boomer," and kept it moving. Brutal. So while Kim's staging moments, planting stories, and holding on to a fantasy, Tom's getting rejected in real time. This ain't just private heartbreak. This is public humiliation. Loud, viral, unavoidable. And just when you think it's cooling off, the whispers start. But there's a silent war brewing: Kim versus Sydney. But this ain't some one-time red carpet beef. This feels strategic. Overlapping events, brand deals, media games, and the same men caught in the crossfire. It's not just drama anymore. It's a battlefield. And the real question is, who's going to win? Let's keep it a buck. Kim Kardashian's not just caught in another gossip headline, she's fighting a whole new kind of war. One she's never had to face before. This isn't about one scandal or one moment. It's a shift, a power shift. And the new Hollywood wave? It doesn't wait for anyone, not even Kim K. We're talking younger faces, fresher brands, new energy. Sydney Sweeney isn't just trending, she's taking over spaces Kim used to own. And Kim sees it. She sees it all. From Fashion Week invites suddenly skipping her to brand deals sliding into Gen Z DMs instead of hers. Even her so-called friends are switching sides, snapping selfies with Sydney like the loyalty never existed. And Kim? She's clocking every move. Quiet unfollows, behind-the-scenes calls, late-night PR strategy meetings. She's not just annoyed, she's panicked. Not over Tom Brady, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's about relevancy, staying on top, being the one everyone watches, not the one everyone watches fade. Here's where it gets wild. The buzz is that Kim's next play is going to be massive. We're talking new face, new man, new narrative, full-blown rebrand. She's shopping for the next power couple moment like it's a designer bag drop. Athletes, rappers, billionaires, you name it, they're on her list. Because fading quietly? That's never been her style. And if there's one thing Kim Kardashian knows how to do, it's make a comeback. Loud, glossy, unmissable. But can she really pull it off this time?